Welcome. My name's Megan Fisher, Vice President with Arbonne. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about audience. Um, who should you be asking through your Arbonne business? Who can you talk to? And you guys, anyone you know. You are going to hear this again and again. It's called the 100 Names List in Arbonne. And my tip to you is don't freak out if you're like, ooh, I think I could maybe think of 4 people. Or if you're like, I know 200 people, like it doesn't matter. It's just 100 names list. And it is ever revolving because 7 years into my business, I am still adding to my 100 names list. And obviously it's over 100 now, but every month I'm meeting new people, I'm adding to it. And every month I'm having people recommend, like give those referrals to me of new people to add to it. And every month I'm meeting new people out and about through moms groups or church or just workout groups, whatever you're involved in. So your 100 names list will always be growing. And if it stops growing, that's probably when your Arbonne business is going to stop growing. So make sure you're getting in front of, if you want a growing, thriving, successful business, make sure you're getting in front of 30 to 40 people every month, and that 100 names list will constantly be growing and evolving. But how to start it when you're brand new, what does that look like? How do you go from 0 people to maybe 20, 40, 60? It doesn't matter what you get to, you guys, but just start. And I like to think in circles. So think of your life from when you were itty bitty to where you are now, and all the circles of people you've been in front of, and just start writing their names down. And I always have a pen and paper. And this is my other tip, just get a big notepad, or if you're techie, keep it all in one spot on your computer or your phone, whatever, but keep it in one spot is my tip. So I just have a notebook of people that I write down, and then I think in circles. So who do you know from elementary, and who do you know from work now, and who do you know from previous jobs, and who do you know from church, and if you have kids, who do you know from your kids' circles, and who does your husband know from his circles, and what relatives can you think of, and in-laws can you think of, and just think of all those circles that you have been involved in throughout your life. Go through your Facebook. If you do Christmas cards, go through your Christmas card list. Go through your phone and write down everyone, you guys. I don't care if they're a man or a woman or little or old. It doesn't matter. And that's my big tip is don't prejudge. It doesn't matter where they live. It doesn't matter if they have a big bank account or a little bank account, or a small house or a big house, you guys, because you never know people's story. They could be living in the most giant, enormous house, and you're thinking they don't need this business, but we don't know. We don't know what they're going to bed every night worrying about. They might not be able to pay their mortgage. Or you might know someone who lives in an itty bitty shack, and you're thinking, oh, they could never afford these products. But you guys, using safe and beneficial products might be their priority in their life, which is why they live in an itty bitty shack, because they're spending their money on wholesome, safe products and not spending money on their house. So don't ever prejudge. A story I'm going to give you is I had this coworker, and even though I knew my sponsor told me never ever to prejudge, I judged her. So if you ever start to feel yourself judging someone, remind me telling you, don't judge. And the first thing I judged her was on her skincare. I thought, she will never ever use this. She's never washed her face in her whole life. And she had told me that. So I just remembered my sponsor saying that. So I said, hey, I have this awesome skincare that I love and use. Would you just try it? I'd love your opinion. She tried it. Guess what? To this day, she buys it twice a year. She's a great client of mine. Again, prejudged her again when our health and wellness line rolled out or got revamped. I thought, she will never get into this because she was a Snickers and Mountain Dew girl for breakfast every day. But I asked, I said, hey, we just had this new line roll out. I would love for you to try it. I'd just love your opinion. And you know what she told me? Oh my gosh, Megan, I'm so glad you asked, because I actually just got tested and I'm pre-diabetic, and I need to change the way I view my health. I need to change my habits. To this day, you guys, she's a monthly reorder with our wellness products. So never judge. Don't judge by distance, because our business is obviously, as you know, in different countries all across the United States, and we can grow our business virtually through Zoom, over the phone, obviously, Facebook Live events. Our business, like virtual technology side of our business, is constantly evolving. So it does not matter if they're long distance or in another country. That's okay. Actually, write down all our countries and think, do I know anyone in those countries? Do I know anyone in New Zealand, Canada? I could go on and on. Or do I know someone who knows someone? Because one of my, and just don't be afraid to ask either. One of this lady I work out at the gym, I had no idea until I put it out there, like, hey, we're launching into New Zealand. Do you know anyone by chance? And she was like, actually, my in-laws live in New Zealand, and my husband's originally from there, so we have a lot of family friends over there. I had no idea her husband was even from New Zealand. You guys, if you don't ask, you don't know. So put it out there. Ask for those referrals. Who do you know? Friends of friends. So maybe think of, like, okay, who does my sister-in-law know? Who does my best friend know? Like those beyond, I call them beyond circles. Like, you have your main circles, and then you have those beyond circles of, like, okay, my best friend's friend, Sally, I kind of know her. I've seen her at a couple barbecues. I could reach out to her. So think of those beyond circles. And then what I want you to do once your lists are all done is I want you to go through and at least pick out your top 5. And when I say top 5, who are those at least 5? You could pick out more if you wanted. Who are at least those 5 people that if they did this business with you, they would knock it out of the park? And I want to tell you, preface this with, they might not ever do this business with you. I thought for sure my best friend Riley would do this business with me. She has yet, someday she will, but she has yet to join. But she's a product junkie. She's always complaining about being low in money. I thought for sure she would do this business, and she has yet to, and you guys, that's okay. But I still circled her name and asked her to take, she was in my top 5, so I asked her to take a look at what I was doing. And with those top 5, I want you guys to kind of embody your own qualities. Like, what would you look for? And this is the example, is our business is willable. So in however many years, hopefully 100 or more, I'm not going to be here, you guys. I'm not going to be here physically working my business. But I want my business to live on for 4 generations so my great-great-grandkids can reap the rewards of something I built. Who are those people that I want in my business that are hardworking, have great values, great morals, love to have fun, are charismatic, like whatever your core values are? Who are those people you know? Because when I'm not here, they probably still will be, and they'll still be building their business. So I want to make sure I'm attracting into my business top-notch people. Who are your top-notch people that you want to first share this business with? And whether they join your business or not, that doesn't matter. All it is information. But circle those top 5 and then get with your upline or your sponsor, and they will help you get to the next steps of asking them to sit down with you and just take a peek at what you're doing so they can learn more. So as always, if you have questions, reach out to me, reach up to your sponsor or upline. And again, congratulations on starting your business, and here's to an awesome journey.